day. Greetings, YouTubers. It's your man Hater Ron's Fiber Lord, Hotel Bravo, present and accounted for. Today we're going to talk a message about winning. I know I've talked about winning before, but in a different aspect, which is such. I hope I'm pulling in Fiberons. Yes, a base. Everyone needs one. I need a base. So I'm going to call y'all Fiberons. If y'all support me and subscribe, y'all going to be called Fiberons. Support is vital. It's very vital and very important for my mission and my character arc. So then we're gonna talk about some wins in a different aspect to know there's wins, but how do we know we're really winning in life? That everything around us is winning, everybody around us in our life is winning. So let's talk about that. Let's talk black men about wins, but not like last time, but our biggest enemies to ourselves is ego and hubris. We like to think in every aspect that we are winning, even in our own midst of bad deeds and wrongdoing. And y'all should understand and relate to what I'm getting at when I say that. It's no greater example than me perpetrating delusions upon myself. I'm going to use myself as the example, of course. I'm not going to talk about anybody else. I'm talk about me because it's my channel. It's about me. So I'm going to talk about me. As 2022 being on, as being I thought of 2022 as being a modem of victory. As I drew my New Year's volleys, yes, volleys. I don't do traditional resolutions. That's average, and I don't like average. And like the great C.T. Fletcher say, fuck average. However, anyway, my cavalier attitude and just disregard for consequences of my own actions to try to ascend to a new plateau caused me to fail and descend more than I did ascend anywhere. I didn't even make it to base 9 of Mount Everest. I might be off on the bases. They do have sectional bases in Mount Everest, but I'm just going to use that as an example. I'll get the fact checks on that of the bases. Yeah, I tried to ascend to a new plateau. I had 11 volleys for 2022. I only completed 2 of them. One of them being just publishing the first book, 12 Under. So what I've learned about that pretty much is that the only thing I've really learned in 2022 basically is that this year has humbled me. It's humbled me in a lot of ways in every aspect of my life for everything that I've done, how I've operated in every way, financially, relationship wise, personality, fatherhood, just me overall. It's humbled me. And yeah, I'm gonna say that for quite confidently that it's humbling me. It still is. The year's not over with yet. It's still next month. So it's going to end with a climax, just like the movie. It's going to end with a climax of everything that has transpired in 2022 with me, my life. As life has pretty much given me quite the PowerPoint. That's pretty much what it's doing. And I'm receptive to it. We all know death by PowerPoint is quite, it drags you out, it puts you to sleep. I'm using this metaphorically, of course, but this PowerPoint I probably need to be paying attention to with life because it's telling me a lot of things and it's showing me a lot of things. Because I think the beginning of 2022, I felt myself too much. I felt like I was just going to be an instant success with this book. I'm going to launch a big, massive career for being an author, and I'm going to just wealth out and live off of that, being an author for the rest of my days. That was my plan. It's still kind of my plan, but I also got acting in it, and I'm working a regular job, but I'm just steady working until I find the right job for me, and that was the humbling part. Because I thought I was going to be this. I thought I was going to be the next Zane, the next J.K. Rowling. But I was like, nah, motherfucker. It's just one goddamn book and nobody know who the fuck you are. So that was one of the major humbling points of that. And then just other personal reasons, other personal things that I've done that I fucked up and did. So I won't cover much into that. But, This is just part of the life lessons. And as I'm going to continue on with the analogy, excuse me, I'm trying to stay on script here in my talking points. That's why I'm looking back and forth at the tablet, reading the prompt and all that stuff. So as Andor wrapped up this week, or last week, right? I look at it as me and Andor have some similarities. He was selfish and oblivious to situations and the people around him. Also, the fact that we're both climbing, or we're climbing out about obscurities. I'm climbing now to get back to respectability in certain aspects of my life and with people around me in my very close circle, as well as financially, my financial status. I'm trying to climb out of the middle class pack to the upper echelon for the sake of the better path for my seeds, my children, for them, and to break a generational, I don't want to say curse, but the generational norm in my family structure. And I'm trying to totally 360 that and set it up, Hotel Bravo way moving forward for my kids. And they can set something forward for their kids. So that's where I'm climbing at. Yeah, just like Andor's climbing, slowly climbing, getting to aspects of seeing how things are going with the Empire and trying to climb until he gets to the Rebel, become the Rebel intelligence that he is. We find Rogue One. That's pretty much, that's me also. So in so many ways, I just pretty much thought that I just thought that I was just doing the big shit and winning this year, and that crashed on me. You can't win without God. Uh, you can win with doubters because doubters can be a spark of fire for you, but you can't win without God. You can't win without really good support, a good support system. But God's first and foremost that you can't win without. I'm saying my prayers. I'm just I'm buying little heirlooms of good luck. A lot of Japanese good luck. I love Japanese culture. Got a Japanese wishing pot. I got this little Japanese tree crystals that represents for good luck, good fortune, and all that good stuff. So I'm trying to change things in spirituality and metaphoric aspects. I like that. I like having that around, putting those type of things up in the apartment and all that. Also, wrongdoing and stepping over others with no regard will not get you a rewarding victory. Let that sink into however you can interpret that and relate to that. Uh, so that was pretty much me covering winning from a different aspect. I did a shorter aspect earlier in a couple of videos, but it was just about win, have the mentality to win, but have the right mentality that you have to do things the right way. You have to do right by people. You have to do right by everything to righteously win. You can't really sidestep or step over people. People have done it in life, and yeah, they've had success, but it's came back on them at some point in their lives. But yeah, people do that, but it's just not something that you should practice or tell your kids to practice regularly, vigorously do to try to win. So they'll be tracking on that, Charlie Mike, right? So in closing, let me leave with this. Since we are talking about climbing, I'm gonna close with this quote: "You may not reach the highest point on earth, but your mentality should always be about going up." Let that sink in. I'm your man's hater on the fire, oh Lord. Hopefully with another successful video that you like. I'll see y'all get on the battlefield soon.